Yo guys, what's up? It's WarSpirit back today with some more Titanfall. Got a pretty nice high scoring pilot hunter shotgun gameplay for you guys today. I always find myself using the shotgun on Angel City because it does have lots of really nice close quarters combat, parkour focused gameplay, and shotgun really excels at sort of parkour stuff since it is a hipfire mostly weapon. I don't see very many people using it and aiming down sight while they use it. So if you want to replicate my shotgun class here, it is basically just a shotgun with the high capacity drum because you need lots and lots of bullets, and a stim with power cell, which means my stim can recharge faster, so I get lots and lots of stim as well. So just sprinting around lots and parkouring lots and jumping around, double jumping, and basically using 2 to 3 shots to kill most pilots. Usually a one-shot kill isn't really a common thing for me when I use the shotgun because I'm not like completely in the face of the enemy pilot. You'll see I'm sort of like at least 10 meters away when I shoot, so that's about 2 shots with the shotgun. Even if I am right in the face of the enemy, it is usually a pretty hard situation to actually get the one-shot kill because movement is very fast in this game, and you're going to need some pretty serious twitch aiming if you want to get a nice little shotgun blast right in the face of a guy who's flying right past you at less than 5 meters. So if you want to play like me, then yeah, definitely go for the 2 to 3 shot kills. So make sure you're not missing. I mean, you do need to have a decent amount of aiming skill to not miss those 2 to 3 shots as well. Obviously a lot of this gameplay here as well is going to be Titan combat, where I'm going to be using the chain gun class. I always use this sort of thing in Pilot Hunter just to rack up those pilot kills as well. When the Titans of the enemy team drop, you will see that my Titan does go down really fast. I am working on that. I would say that my thing that I'm not the best at right now is sort of actual Titan v Titan combat. It's probably based on my class as well, since I'm using Strider, which is not really the best anti-Titan and I'm using the chain gun with extended mags, which is also not the best anti-Titan weapon. So I might want to look into switching up my Titan class a little bit when the Titans do drop, so maybe having 2 custom classes for Titans per game. So that's sort of leading into the discussion for today's video, which is the new patch, which should be coming out very soon. And one of the features of the new patch is additional class slots per game mode. So you get 2 extra slots per game mode, you get 1 extra slot per 5 wins, so you get 10 wins and you get 2 free slots for each game mode, which is awesome because more slots are definitely something that is needed in this game. I don't have enough slots for all the classes which I want to make yet in Titanfall, and also the additional little feature there as well that you get to rename your custom classes as well, which is good. It probably should have been in the game from the start because it is a very basic feature, and naming custom classes is nice. It means I can keep track of all my loadouts really easily. So this new patch was announced in the live stream last night, if you were watching that, which was the Expedition DLC live stream. It was basically a bunch of guys sitting down on Xbox Ones playing through the 3 new maps which are coming in the DLC. At the start of the stream they talked about this game update 3, which is probably the more exciting thing about the live stream. The maps looked awesome. Yeah, I'll talk about the maps a little bit if I have enough time at the end of the video, but I want to talk about the patch first. So there's actually a lot of features coming in this patch, which is really nice. I love seeing a big list of patch notes. There are a lot of bug fixes down the bottom. I'll link the patch notes obviously in the description of my video, but a lot of bug fixes at the bottom. A lot of stuff to do with Xbox as well, talking about controller configs, and there's things like auto-ejecting, causing cloak to cancel when you fire your Titan weapon. Just loads of bugs which were not really a concern of mine, to be honest, but it's nice to see that all these bugs are getting fixed, which means they are still playing the game themselves and finding these bugs and working on them, which is awesome. The other good updates are the last game summary. You can now view your scoreboard after the lobby, which is really useful. It means if I got an awesome match and I missed out screenshotting the final scoreboard, I can now open up that scoreboard again and get the screenshot of that so I can show it off again. And then you've also got the challenge filter, which is nice since I never keep track of my challenges in the game. So maybe if I actually ever do want to sit down and try and complete one of the challenges, like kill like 500 Marvins or something, I can just focus that one or something like that and see how much progress I make after each match for that. Probably the biggest update for the patch is the new beta matchmaking settings for private matches, which we have been waiting quite a few weeks now for. We thought it would be out sooner than this because the private match did come out. Well, it did come out a few weeks ago and it didn't have any sort of custom settings available yet. And now here they come, and I am really impressed with the list of these custom private settings. So what we've got is ability to change the score limit, which is awesome. Hopefully we can change the capture the flag score limit to unlimited in both rounds, which means, well, right now in capture the flag, the first half there is a limit of 3 flags. I would like it if that limit was not there, because that means in the first round, if you spawn on the good side of the map, you can only cap 3 flags, but on the second half of the game, the enemy team can capture a potential 6 flags on the better side of the map, which means basically every map is unbalanced because there's always one side which has an advantage for attacking or defending. So that's good if we are able to change the round limit there and make it unlimited, which will be great for competitive. The other thing is time limit, which is awesome, which means I can set the time limit to like 1 hour and just run around a map for 1 hour practicing parkour and practicing capture the flag routes, instead of having to wait 5 minutes for the loading screen every 15-minute game. So I can just set that up for hopefully an hour or as long as I like and just run around the map forever, which will be awesome as well for other people, I'm sure. The other sort of interesting one was the AI lethality, which controls how tough and accurate grunts and spectres are. So I'm not sure what the options for that are. It doesn't say what the options are, but if there's things which make grunts and stuff as crazily good as pilots or like crazy grunt aim, it might just be fun to mess around with this in private sometimes, just trying to actually have a challenge fighting grunts maybe. I don't know what the sort of competitive player's attitude might be on ESL. They might want to make grunts absolutely useless, so that I think it would be good because it sort of reduces the randomness where grunts can randomly kick you or randomly kill you with a rocket. Like if you kill a grunt sometimes and don't really finish it off, it can sometimes spin around and one-shot you with a rocket, which is completely random, and randomness does not belong in competitive gaming. So if we can make them like just absolutely useless grunts, maybe they call out stuff and keep all those sort of things, but make them absolutely useless at killing pilots, and I think that might be something people will be looking into for scrims and stuff. We'll see what people think and see what those actual settings are as well. There's actually another setting here which I've only just noticed, which says AI types, and it sets the allowed types of AI from drop pods and drop ships. So maybe that means you can disable spectres or disable grunts and only set one of them to be allowed, or maybe you can disable AI altogether. I don't know. We'll see what these features are, because there's going to be a lot of testing to be done with these new settings, I guess, and hopefully they all work as intended and there's no problems, which will be awesome. And there is loads of cool features here, such as pilot health, pilot ammo, your first Titan build time. So like at the start of the match, usually it takes about 3 minutes to build your Titan, which is obviously reduced to 1 minute or even less, depending on how good you are at the game, if you're good at killing pilots and stuff. So increasing that might be good as well to reduce how quickly people get Titans. Maybe not the first one, because the first one I think is fine. The other setting there is Titan rebuild time, so once your Titan dies, you could increase the time limit for getting your second Titan in, which means this punishes players who lose their Titans really quickly, which might be nice as well. And you can also disable Titan shields, which it's not an issue, but it might be fun to mess around with in some weird private match settings. If you have some friends, just get together and set up some weird game mode types. And then there's other stuff there as well, like turning off the minimap, and the much needed feature for competitive is the respawn delay. So hopefully we can increase the respawn delay to about 5 seconds or so on PC, since right now it's very almost instantaneous respawn, and that is not very good for capture the flag gameplay, since you can run into the enemy's defense and kill everyone that's on defense, only to find that the enemy's defense is right back there in 2 seconds, and yeah, you don't have much time to do anything in 2 seconds, really. So we're hoping to get this patch soon, hopefully in the next week or so. I heard the servers were offline today, thought it might have been the patch update, but there's been no news or anything on Twitter about that, so we'll just have to wait and see. There's a couple more features here as well, up to 144 frames per second on PC, as well as getting scoreboard controls, so you can mute people via in-game instead of having to be in the lobby to mute people's annoying mics, which as well is pretty nice. There are a few missing features which I thought would be coming. No sign of that satchel charge nerf yet, guys. I don't know if I like that they're focusing on all these other things. Like, I think it's really good actually that they're focusing on all these things rather than game balance. You'll get companies which release patches all the time which are just balancing and changing the balance of weapons, and they basically never do anything else, never add any sort of additional features like Respawn are doing here. So I'm kind of liking these patches, but obviously I would still like to see that satchel charge nerf come out at some point. possibly even a little buff there for the Hemlock, since it doesn't seem to be getting very much love at all in the game right now. No one seems to be using it. The other sort of missing features that we were promised before in their last update was the hashtag system or clan tag system, which basically means you put a little tag next to your name and you get to play with other people using the same tag as you. So you could use like hashtag scrim in your name and it would put you up against other people who are looking for a scrim. No sign of the Titan decal system either, where you can customize your Titans. One of the missing private match features was disabling burn cards, which isn't there. And that other bug which they haven't fixed yet, which is the speed exploit bug, which really does need fixing soon, and they should try and make that their priority. We'll see if it's not been ninja patched when this patch here is released, but hopefully it has. Otherwise they should definitely focus on getting that fixed. But overall the patch is really good and I'm looking forward to playing it. So thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay there in the background, and I'll see you in my next videos. Bye bye.